The Seattle Seahawks just hedged their bet. They have decided we are all in this year on winning the NFC West. They are going all in to win their division, to make the playoffs, to host a playoff game. And the most recent acquisition is trading for linebacker Ernest Jones. In this video, we tell you why this completely changes the outlook of the team, not only this year, but also going forward. We give you an idea of where Ernest Jones feels that he can be and kind of what brought him here. He was with Tennessee for the beginning of this year, and that's all the time he spent there. His first 3 years in the league, he spent with the Rams as a very effective linebacker for them. Very effective linebacker for them. So we're going to talk just about who you are getting in this, but mostly in this video, I want to talk about why you won this trade, and we'll kind of go into what that looks like. You gave up Jerome Baker and a fourth in order to get Ernest Jones, all right? But before we get into that, if you are new to this channel, we love talking about teams that the national media seems to ignore. When you think about the West, what does the national media talk about? They talk about the Rams. They talk about the 49ers. It's like, come on. What about the Seahawks? All right, let's get them in here. And we are Lions fans. We don't hide that in any way, shape, or form, but we just want to give you an honest opinion on what's going on with your team, so hopefully that non-biased opinion can absolutely help you. So what are you getting in linebacker Ernest Jones? What you are getting is a player that can play at a very high level, but also a player who can fit and be familiar in this system. We're going to talk about all the connections going forward in just a minute, but first I want to show you what he is. When you look at Jerome Baker and you look at Ernest Jones, just the two players side by side, which one is better? And it's pretty simple. Ernest Jones is 24 years old, and Jerome Baker is 27 years old. One feels like he's been in the league forever because he kind of has. He's been in there since 2018 in Jerome Baker. And the other one feels like he's more raw, I guess is the best way to put it. Only in year 4 in the league. That is Ernest Jones. His first year, his rookie year, was 2021. So you're getting a guy with much less miles. Ernest Jones was a third-round draft pick out of South Carolina. He's a Gamecock. And he is a good player, but also he was money hunting. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how LA wasn't going to keep him around necessarily, but we're also going to talk about how the ceiling is so much higher for Ernest Jones than Jerome Baker. When you look at Jerome Baker, if you just look at PFF, and I've talked about what PFF does, I believe, when I've talked about it on this channel. What PFF does is it takes each snap, they look at one player in particular, and they say, what was their job? And they grade them on what they believe their job was. Jerome Baker, in his 7th season now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons, his highest defensive grade was a 74.6. His next was a 66, and his next after that, or 70, 66, 62, 60, 55, 46. There were some struggle seasons in there, and it feels like when you only have one good graded year out of 7, it starts to feel more like the anomaly, not the norm. When you look at Ernest Jones, just last year, all right, his rookie year, he was a 61.4. In year 2, he was a 63.6. Or in year 2. Now in year 3, last year with the Rams, 3rd year in the system, when he got the most snaps, 988 snaps. He was a full-time starting linebacker for them last year. You know who he is, all right? 78.8. Run defense, 86. Tackling, 78. Pass rush, 83. Coverage was his weakest point. He was consistent. And here's what you're going to love. He said he is excited to be on the Seattle side of the rivalry. He said he's excited to be here. He played 1 season with Bobby Wagner in LA. All right. He started the season in Tennessee with Quandre Diggs. And his response was, Wagner and Quandre, man, they love this place. You can see it right here. He said they love this place. He said this is their forever home. And he was talking with Bobby. He says he's excited. He says, I'm going to love it here. And I feel just that way. And Quandre was super excited for me. hated to see us go because we started building a great relationship, but he was excited because this is a great place. And you know what? This is a great place. Seattle is a great place for a player to go. Mike Macdonald and this system is a phenomenal system. It's phenomenal. All right? Here's the other thing that's exciting about this. He knows the system. The defensive coordinator in Tennessee, all right, the defensive coordinator in Tennessee coached with Mike Macdonald. All right, Tennessee's defense, their coordinator, Denard Wilson, worked with Mike Macdonald on Baltimore's staff last season. So he's going from a guy who was a position coach in Baltimore and is now a D coordinator to the D coordinator himself that is now a head coach. This is a win for him. But I talked about the money hunting. He's coming off his rookie contract after this year, and he's going to be seeking a paycheck next year. All right, if I'm Seattle, I'm going to get that done right now because I think he's going to thrive in this system. It is linebacker-friendly system. It is a linebacker-friendly system. It always has been. All right, but here's what he was saying. He said he was on the plane. Here, I'll let you read it for yourself. He said, we have a 3-month-old son. So the whole time, I'm just thinking about my son and my wife. Sitting on that plane, I don't want to put them through this again. What is this? It's another trade. It's moving. It's going to a different city. I think so often we forget that when trades happen, players aren't just players. It's not Madden here. They are players who have a family. They are husbands. They are fathers. And he goes, so even though getting traded wasn't always on me, it kind of was from the Rams to the Titans. He says, I'm ready to go play football so I can go out here and show not only the Seahawks, but show that I am what I say he am. And when asked what that is, he said, I'm a dog. That's what you're getting a dog, getting somebody that's a leader, a true leader. I'm going to go out there each and every week, put my body on the line for my teammates, for this organization, and my family. All right? You know how much I love Bobby Wagner. Like, maybe you don't know. I don't know if you know, actually. But here's what I do know. All right? Here's what I do know is that that's not the ending answer for long term. And now you bring in a young player in Ernest Jones that is skilled. He is talented. You can sign him if you want for a longer contract, for a 4-year contract to shore up the middle of your defense for the future. This is a good move and something that the Seahawks are saying we have all of our offensive pieces in place. We got the running backs. We have the wide receiver. Geno's throwing the ball like crazy right now. Let's go ahead and make sure this defense is where we need it. We have the D-line. We have the secondary. Shore up the middle of that defense and keep rolling. This is a multifaceted linebacker that can do everything in all facets of the game. Can't wait to see what he looks like in this defense. Wouldn't expect him to play this weekend, but going after that, absolutely. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one. If you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. See ya.